Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing Raul's last episode today before the endings. I decided to do Raul instead of, not Cupid Parasite, instead of 9 Rip because it's the end and I really want to know what happens. I want Raul to be happy. He's so scared of losing her. So I I know it's been like 2 weeks since I've recorded 9 Rip, and I apologize for any of you guys who watch both, but don't worry. After this, I'm going to be doing Yukimura only has 2 episodes, 2 chapters, and then the endings. So I'm gonna do I'll just do all of his back to back after this, and then do Raoul's endings, bonus episodes. And then we're on to new guys. On Jupiter, finally. But I say finally, but there's still 3 more episodes left, including this one. So, anyway, it's storming outside, but I don't have to worry about my power going out because I have my computer hooked up to I think it's called a UPS or something like that. That ups a something, a power bank. I have it hooked up to a power bank, so it's already flickered several times while I've been playing with my husband online, so we are good. The next day, I went to work as usual. Is this after the society? The makeout session. The makeout session in the classroom. Good morning. Let's get to work. Now let's get to work. I sat at my desk reviewing the day's task. Also, the guy from the creepy warehouse hasn't showed up yet. It's gotta be in this one. This is the last episode, right? I say it's the last episode. There's only 2 choices. It could be really long, but we'll see. The Mythological Society never reached a consensus about the mysterious light. Some suggested it was a warning from Poseidon, and others said it was a blessing from Cupid. Then someone well-versed in photography proposed it was just the lens flare. It was an underwhelming conclusion for the Mythological Society. It could involve Mom and Dad. I should ask them sometime. As they worked and wondered about this, several colleagues approached.
ねえミラさん、ちょっといい？
What's wrong?
昨日特に何もなかった？
Yesterday? No, everything was normal. Why do you ask?
ストーカー被害とかなかったかなって思って。
He has another stalker. A stalker? Confused by the unexpected news, I looked at my colleagues who exchanged glances.
あら？考えすぎだったかしら。
でもあれは明らかに変だったわよ。やっぱり言った方がいいって。
Are you going to be more specific here? What happened?
それが昨日不気味なお客様が来たから注意しておこうと思って。
Is it her father? A strange customer.
それが全然婚活したそうに見えない黒いスーツのお客様でね。ミラーさんはいないのかっていうの。
Is it Omar? Is it Eli? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Eli. Huh? He asked for me.
ええ。こんな名前のお客様に覚えはある？
I bet you. The colleague handed it to me. The name was unfamiliar. Oh, okay, it's not. I had never dealt with this person before. No, I don't know this person at all. Are you not going to tell the viewers here what the person's name is?
そうよね。指名はできないんですって言ったら、一目見るだけでいいなんて言われたの。今日はいないって言ったら、また来るって言って帰って行ったけれど。
経験上ああいうのってアドバイザーのストーカーじゃない？だからもし今日見かけても相手しちゃダメよ。
受付にも言ってあるから、間違ってもあなたに案内が行くことはないと思うけど、でも気をつけて。
It'd be the weird guy in the warehouse. Right, thank you. Strange man in a black suit. I stared at the business card again, but no face came to my memory. Given my role as Cupid, I generally remembered everyone I matched. That's why I couldn't figure out who this person was. Could he be connected to Raul? We discussed the possibility of a jealous stalker just yesterday. Our relationship wasn't public knowledge. I haven't even told my coworkers about it. We behaved as if nothing had happened, like actors promoting a movie. If there was a chance someone had discovered our secret, we had secretly gone on numerous dates. Maybe we need to limit our outings or the risk will keep growing. When Raul was previously attacked by a stalker, he defended me and got hurt. You were attacked. He wasn't. Back then I had Cupid's arrow and could ease the stalker's romantic feelings, but I couldn't do that now. I touched the spot on my chest where my Cupid's arrow used to be. A sense of something missing was something I still struggled with. Luckily, my work ended without the mystery man showing up. Now he's gonna follow you home. See you tomorrow.
お疲れ。気をつけて帰ってね。
These two choices are going to have the save files too. Two more choices. Sure. He's definitely going to follow her. You, I wonder what's for dinner tonight.
あ、リネット。
As I left Cupid Corp, I saw Raul jogging towards me with a smile. Raul, I thought you were working today. Mo Dennis was also on 7th Avenue. I thought he'd had a change of shift, but Raul shook his head.
実は今日は撮影の打ち合わせでこの近くまで来てたんだ。で、予定より早く終わったからそろそろ帰りかなって思って迎えに来たんだ。
Well, that's good. Really? Thanks, Raul.
どういたしまして。それで帰りにさ、買って帰りたいご飯があって。
アコニットさん、驚きましたよ。急に走り出して。
Huh? This person is. The man following Raul was slightly winded. Was the film shoot with him? He was the same man who had given us the tickets to Demore Paradise after donating blood. He was also the vice president of the major company Omar Holdings. I'd seen him on the news.
すみません。彼女の仕事終わりの時間だって思ったら嬉しくなっちゃって。
Do you not tell her that you're shooting with him? Raul, is this?
ああ、そう。この前チケットをくれたイーライさんが今回の撮影のプロデューサーなんだ。
Wait, you're starting to film too?
お久しぶりです。イーライ・オマールと申します。どうぞ、イーライとお呼びください。
I thought he's just doing a model shoot. A jet ski model, right? Hello, Mr. Eli. It's good to see you again. Thanks for the tickets.
いいえ、あれ式のこと、いつでも手配しますよ。それより、またお会いできて光栄です。リネット・ミラーさん。
Huh? How do you know my name?
ラクダに乗った女神パート2は、私も拝見させていただいておりますから。
Oh, right.
しかし、さすがですね、アコニット氏は。一応私も鍛えていたつもりですが、まさか5番街から全速力で走られるとは。
From Fifth Avenue.
うん。前よりタイム縮んだよ。
Fifth Avenue isn't close at all. So Fifth Avenue to 7th Avenue is technically walkable. Most people would take the subway. That's just 2 blocks, right? It seemed Raul had run the entire way and Mr. Eli chased after him.
それより、もしよろしければ、お二人ともディナーをご一緒にいかがですか？実はいいレストランを知っているんです。
Eli, who had been slightly out of breath earlier, had regained his composure and wore a refined smile. Raul smiled back.
ごめん。明日も仕事早いから今日は帰るよ。
Huh?
それは残念。ではまた。
Did he lie to him?
はい、お疲れ様です。リネット、行こう。
Without waiting for my response, Raul took my arm and led me away. That was a rare sight. Raul, who was usually so sociable and friendly, turned down a dinner invite. Because he's suspicious of him. I would be too. Upon returning home, Raul flopped onto the sofa, clearly drained.
疲れた。
You do look it. It's rare to see you so worn out. Was the meeting today especially tough?
大変だっていうか、実はあの人なんか苦手でさ。
Oh, why is that?
特に何かあったわけじゃないんだけどさ、本能的な勘っていうか。
At least Raul has good gut instincts.
同じ会社経営者でもシェルビーとは全然違うんだ。冷たい感じがするっていうのかな。
Cold and selfish.
今回もソロの撮影だからって引き受けたんだけど、なんだかんだマネージャーが喜ぶような仕事になっちゃってるしさ。また恋愛映画の依頼が来そう。俺そんなにそっち方面に適性あるのかな。
Raul pouted and rolled onto the couch, clutching a cushion. His frank expression of emotion made me think of a large, affectionate dog. The image was cute, yet also highlighted his handsome face. I completely understood why his agent wanted to expand his female fan base.
マネージャーもイーライさんと意気投合しちゃうし、なんかあんま嬉しい仕事じゃないんだよ。大きい仕事なのは確かなんだけどさ。どんどん結婚から遠のく気がして、ちょっと嫌なんだ。
Raul let out a deep sigh, still holding the cushion.
だから会食断っちゃったんだけど。ごめん、君の意見を聞かなくて。
It's okay, he's someone you work with, Raul. It was your decision to make.
ありがとう。じゃあご飯にしよっか。今日は俺が作るね。
With a sudden burst of energy, Raul jumped up from the sofa and headed into the kitchen. His earlier gloom had vanished. I think yesterday's conversation had been weighing on his mind. But I decided not to mention the strange encounter I had today. Nothing had actually happened after all. I didn't want to add to Raul's worries. Probably a mistake. Ooh. Who's question mark? Well, someone's definitely following them the next day. The man in the black suit did not show up. The reception desk confirmed he hadn't visited either. I assumed that he was someone who'd seen Parasite House and had requested me as a result. You were thinking wrong. Probably. Life was, I mean, no one... Games don't put this information into the game if it's not relevant. Life was mostly back to normal. I had lunch at Happy Forest Cafe. Gonna be approached.
こんにちは、お嬢さん。
I knew it. Gonna be approached. Mr. Eli, hello. Are you on break from work?
ねえ、ちょうど仕事で近くに来たところなんですよ。今日はお一人で昼食を？
I bet he tries to get to her to blackmail Raul, just like he did to Shelby. Yes, my lunch break is almost over, so I need to head back soon.
そうでしたか。では、1分だけお時間いただけますか？
Without waiting for my answer, Eli sat down across from me. He slid a project proposal titled Secret Marriage Plan across the table. Oh. What's this?
実は、アコニット氏の仕事ぶりには、うちも大変助かっていましてね。以前、医薬品部門の者が CM 出演をお願いしたオマールアフターサンローションの売り上げもかなり伸びていると聞いています。ですが、彼はあなたとの結婚のためにシリウッド俳優であることを捨てた方がいいのではと悩んでいるようですね。
He was aware of Raul's concerns, had Raul asked him for advice, but Raul had said he didn't like him. I must have looked shocked because Eli offered a small smile.
あれほどのアクターを失うのは惜しい。だから私としても彼の支援をしたいと考えているんですよ。ロミオとジュリエットではなく、バサーニオとポーシャをというわけさ。
Lasagna and Portia. That was from Shakespeare's comedy The Merchant of Venice, a tale of two young lovers overcoming adversity. They had borrowed money from a merchant named Antonio to get married, but they shipwrecked and later caused trouble for Antonio. Yet the tale had a happy ending for everyone except the villain, a moneymaker named Shylock.
私はお二人のアントーニオになりたいと考えているんです。もちろん私の船が難破することもない。ただ若い恋人たちへの支援をするつもりだ。
Don't believe you. Eli smiled as he flipped through the proposal document. A section was titled Invitation for a New Enterprise, and it clearly outlined the pay and work hours. Okay.
ということで、ぜひ君には我が社への転職を提案したいんです。その見返りとして二人の結婚をサポートしましょう。
How's her joining your company going to get them married? It's Raul who's in the predicament, not her.
もちろん二人の結婚を祝福するような報道の手配もこちらで用意しよ
う。Maybe he's just going to make it look really good and people accept it.
本社のあるフランスへの移住が望ましいですが、難しければロサンヨークでも構いません。ですが、給与や休日の条件は不満のないよう用意するつもりですよ。ぜひあなたの力をお借りしたい。
But what's this new business about? Is it his marriage agency? Is he headhunting you?
まずこの条件を飲めるかどうか聞かせてもらえませんか。問題なければ次をお教えしましょう。
Is he trying to establish a new matchmaking enterprise? That's what he did in Shelby's. That was the only conclusion I could draw. If he was trying to lure a talent from a rival firm, it made sense that he wouldn't share details.
我が社に来ていただければ、お二人がご結婚できるよう、我が社で全面的にバックアップいたします。良いお返事を聞けるよう祈っておりますよ。
You just leave. After leaving his proposal and business card with his contact details behind, he left the cafe. I reviewed the proposal once more when I was alone, but could not understand what the job would entail. That's what Eli said. After I got home, I relayed the proposal to Raul, who had looked startled.
イーライさんが俺が結婚に悩んでるって言ったの？俺一度もあの人に言ってないんだけど。
Maybe your manager blabbed at him. Really?
言わない。一言もプライベートの話なんてしてないよ。どうしてわかったんだろ
う。Do you think he asked your agent?
うちのマネージャーあんまそういう話する人じゃないはずなんだよね。うちの事務所が不利になるから。
All he has to do is sweet talk her and she's done.
だから多分俺たちの顔だけ見て察したんじゃないかな。そういうの得意そうだし。
Oh, really? I'd assumed that Raul trusted Eli and opened up about his worries. This twist was quite unexpected. Had I trusted Eli and overshared, he would have obtained even more information that could have further disadvantages for Raul.
やっぱりあの人苦手だな。出された条件もなんかうさんくさいし。
I know, right? Yeah.
ああいう人に貸しを作ると余計にこじれそうだし。やだな、それ。
Do not get involved with him.
ああいうお金儲け得意そうな人に俺たちの弱みを握られたくない。いつだって自由でいたいんだ。
Raul fiddled with his piercing, staring at his feet. That was his usual demeanor when he was displeased. We're going to save it and then reject the proposal. Alright, reject. Okay, I'll reject it.
何かまた言われたりしたらすぐに知らせて。
There was no way I could agree to those terms when I was clueless about the new business. Once I agreed to his terms, there might be no going back. I know, right? Jeez. But I ended up borrowing from who I believed was Antonio, but was actually Shylock. That was a possibility I didn't want to play with. I sent a formal rejection message to the contact on the business card and received an immediate response. Thank you for earlier. It was a great offer, but I feel fulfilled in my current job, so I must decline. Thank you for understanding. That's unfortunate, but please feel free to contact me anytime you change your mind. You will always be welcome. Yes, I just read that. Thank you. Once she was asleep, I began exercising with the bench press.
なんかもやもやするな。
It's like he takes off his sunglasses and all of a sudden his hair is back in shape. I was sure it was thanks to the conversation from earlier. It stirred a newfound vigor in me to work out even harder. I added heavier weights than I usually lifted.
やだな。あんな施しみたいに俺たちの結婚を応援するって言ってくる人がいるなんて。
I knew he was just playing his own game. There were plenty of people like that in the industry, so there was no point in dwelling on it. But I still despised it, and I hated that they tried to get me through her even more. This wouldn't have happened if I had an unmovable high status. If only I were a prominent Hollywood star, impervious to the opinions around me, I wouldn't have let such a situation happen.
悔しいな。
Raul, you have a bright future. My agent's words about me having a bright future echoed in my mind.
もうこうなったらすっごい筋トレ増やしてすっごいムキムキマッチョな俳優になってやる。
Transform to a muscular actor. That way, I'd have another level of control, another barrier against people telling me what to do.
ほっと
Poor Raul. I feel so bad for him. As I immersed myself in my training and broke into a sweat, my mind wandered back to the conversation about the proposal. It was hard to just enjoy the workout. Secret donuts. A secret donuts. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sneak him. That's probably not what it means, but still. A few days after rejecting Eli's proposal, it's stalker time. God. Why are we looking up at the ceiling? I woke up to Raul's face inches away from mine. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, he's not awake. Just staring at you, that would scare me awake. He was fast asleep. Normally, I'd just gaze at him like this until it was time for work. Wait, Raul, didn't you have a shoot today? Uh-oh. Raul sprang awake as soon as he heard me.
今何時？
It's 7 a.m.
やば、うわ、もう出なきゃ。
Take care.
ありがとう。
I worked from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., so I saw him off from bed. As Raul was getting dressed, he glanced back at me.
今日は撮影の後、もうドーナツのシフト入ってるから、ドーナツ買って帰るね。
Bring home some secret donuts. Thanks, I'm excited.
うん。
What's wrong? After he dressed, Raul returned to bed with a sad expression.
じゃあ、行ってきます。
I wonder if he's worried about something. Raul kissed me and he reluctantly left. He seemed to regret not being able to stay longer given the shoot. We're together every day. Just last night, we had been making love until late. Every day, he said. Yeah, he looked like he could never get enough. That thought warmed my heart. Never get enough. Goodness, that man would wear me out. I think he's shooting into more paradise. Oh, that's probably not good. That's probably why he wished that we could have gone together. But I couldn't get the day off, and the set didn't allow outsiders. The next time we go, I want it to be a date where we don't have to worry about anything else. If we were publicly acknowledged as a couple, we wouldn't need to sneak around to Demore Paradise. We can boldly visit any tourist destination as a couple. Of course, we were always at risk of fans flocking to us, so we'd have to be cautious. I better get ready for work too. Although it was early, it was too late to go back to sleep. Raul's place was on First Avenue, a fair distance from the office. Considering the early hour, I decided to head over to Happy Forest Cafe for breakfast. I rose out of bed. That's when you're going to be stalked. He knows where Raul lives. They're following you. Oh, we're just going to skip the Forest Cafe. Okay. My workday proceeded as usual, with only one more meeting left with a new member. Oh. The next client is a man who's newly joined. His ideal marriage is a family without crusticants? Crusticants. How do you say that? I don't know. The sheet was full of similarly ambiguous answers. It was a strange profile. However, some members were too shy to express their desires. As a bridal advisor, it would be my job to get them to be honest about what they wanted. Let's handle the meeting properly. Document in hand, I left my desk and headed towards the meeting room. Who is it? Thank you for waiting. Hello, I'm Cupid Corp's top bridal advisor. My name is Lynette Mirror.
はじめまして。本日はよろしくお願いいたします。
Something fell off as I entered the room. Who is it? Uh-oh, the music stopped. My intuition as Cupid told me this man was not here for matchmaking. Why was he here? This was a matchmaking agency after all. He's here for you.
対象者確認。
Oh.
これから捕獲に入ります。
Proceeding to capture? Oh my goodness. Huh? An alleged member of Cupid Corp was wearing an earpiece. An alleged... Who? And his piercing glare was fixed on me. What? As he reached out to grab me, I instinctively flung my files at him and ran out of the room. Wow, he's trying to take her. The office, bustling with people a moment ago, was suddenly deserted. Glancing at the scheduling whiteboard, I saw everyone was in a meeting. No, it wasn't bad timing. Someone must have organized the meeting this way. Like that man earlier, but who was he? Huh? Feeling someone's presence, I turned around. A man in black stood in the shadows. Something about him was disconcerting. It reminded me of warnings from my coworkers. There was a strange customer, and I should be careful. This man in a black suit, it didn't seem like he was here for matchmaking. He just asked if Miss Mirror was here. Could it be? Blair. The man seemed to be tracking my movements and took another step towards me. He was watching me. What do? I need to escape. Where's Chi? I'm sure Chi would... Chi could lightning bolt him, right? I fled down the stairs, left the Cupid Corp office, and made my way to the crowded main street. But I still heard footsteps running after me. They were really coming after me. Despite regularly jogging with Raul, running in heels was proving difficult to take them off. The loud thuds behind me were getting closer. They were too fast. There were even more of them now. I wouldn't be able to outrun them. And that's when I noticed a particular shop on 7th Avenue. Ryuki? That's right. Go! Go! Oh, dang it. Mo donuts. I guess that works too. Raul! I bolted into the shop knowing he was working a shift today. As he was preparing to close, Raul looked at me surprised.
Lynette?
Uh-oh. She just ran to hug him.
どうしたの？慌てて入ってきて。
It's just, there's some strange people are after me.
変な人？
どういうこと？詳しく。
Uh-oh. That scared me. Before I could answer, the sound of glass shattering echoed through the shop. Ah!
No!
Raul immediately pulled me into his arms, protecting me from the shards of glass raining down on us. Looking up, I saw a group of men had driven a car into the shop, guns pointed in our direction. What? Why are they pointing guns at him? Oh my goodness. Men in black. They're not aliens. What are you doing?
へえ。
くそ、銃を持ってる。伏せてろ、二人とも。
Alvin tossed his Mo Donuts apron at the attackers and leapt out from behind the counter. Oh my goodness. Not hesitating, he charged at one of the men in black, delivering a powerful kick.
おい、聞こえなかったのか。手を上げろ、動くな。
Rob's gonna beat you all up.
おい、銃は禁止だと言っただろう。当たったらどうする。
I know, why do you guys have guns?
やったが。
銃は禁止なら
Paint crashing time.
リネットカウンターの下に隠れて
Raul shoved me below the counter, then darted out to join the fray.
はあ
He threw a powerful punch at one of the men. What?
いいとこつくな。じゃあこいつらを撃退してやるか。
うん
The expected teamwork between Raul and Robin was impressive.
おい、待て、抵抗したら。
はっ
はっ
This makes me so happy. There's never any action in this game, so when there is, I'm just like, yes, action. Although I was expecting Raul to just like take off his shirt and take Ration at least half naked. The two of them managed to disarm the attackers, swiftly taking them down. It was like watching a scene straight out of an action movie. Well, I mean, he is an actor.
危ない。
まだまだ
そっち行ったぞ。
任せて
You're badly armed men. How are these two working so well together? Then I couldn't do anything but watch the events unfold. Within moments, all the attackers were down. It happened so quickly, it was almost hard to believe.
これで全員かな
ああ、多分そのはずだ。特に外に気配もない。
Their casual talk suggested it wasn't their first time. What? No. Cupid began to secure the unconscious man, pulling a rope from seemingly nowhere. Before I can process what was happening, Raul was by my side, a look of concern on his face.
リネット大丈夫だった怪我はない
No, I'm fine. Raul, what about you?
平気この人たち本気じゃなかったしさ
Really? They just have the guns to look intimidating, I guess.
ああ、発砲も禁止されてるって言ってたからね。多分傷つけるのは目的じゃなかったんだと思う。つまりこいつらは強盗じゃない。何か別の目的があってここへ来たんだ。
They're here for her.
この店に来た時君はすでに彼らに追われてたんだよね
Yes, they suddenly started chasing me.
急に何か話しかけられた
Target acquired. No, not in particular, but they might have come to the office yesterday.
そうなの
Yes, my coworkers mentioned that a man in a black suit came looking for me. That man might have been pretending to be a new member and came in today. When I entered the meeting room, he suddenly tried to capture me.
となると、やっぱり彼らは君を捕まえに来たってことが。襲われる心当たりある？
I really don't know. The most obvious reason would be because I was Raul's girlfriend, but even the most fanatic fans wouldn't resort to such methods.
というかこの人たち誰なんだろ
Probably associated with Eli.
わからないな。手がかりになりそうなものは特に持っていない。
Robin quickly searched the unconscious man's pockets. Just who is Robin anyway?
結構統率は取れてたし身だしなみもしっかりしてるから雇い主は金持ちとかかな
It wouldn't surprise me if Robin was like a ex-secret agent or something. I mean, he's a YouTuber, yeah, but I don't know. It's titled The Secret Donuts, right? I mean...
ああ、俺もそう思う。彼らのミッションは生きたまま傷つけずに彼女を捕らえてくること。
I was gonna say, after finding out that Owen was a ex-thug, and just went all rogue on the people trying to hurt her in the last route. It wouldn't surprise me anymore. That Robin could be some secret agent. This game has unlimited surprises. You never know what's gonna come out of it.
となると、彼女自身に何か特別な価値があるとか、それとも家庭環境か。もしかして君、立派な家柄のご令嬢で父親を怒らせたりしてる？
No. I mean, he would be angry, but no, not some upper class family. Huh? No, my family isn't like that. If Dad wanted to kidnap me, he turned into a giant and do it himself. Family issues didn't seem likely.
実家。
とにかく今、警察に通報したから、しばらくここで待っていよう。あとは彼らが目を覚ましたら判明するさ。
I almost hit the button to go next again. Robin, you talk too dang slow.
うん。だといいんだけど。
I shouldn't say slow. Too long of pauses in between.
不幸中の幸いなのは、閉店時間でお客さんが他にいなかったってとこかな。
Robin efficiently cleaned up the shattered glass while keeping a watchful eye on the men. Soon after, we heard the sirens of arriving police.
よかった。警察が来たみたい。で、FBI？
The FBI. Carried outside the shop, we saw several FBI vehicles pulling up.
FBI ってこんなに早く動くんだっけ？
いや、というか、ロサンヨーク警察に来るように通報したはずなんだけど、変だな。
Maybe it's because it involved guns? No. From our hiding spot, we watched as the agents emerged from the vehicles holding up what looked like identification.
FBI だ。君たちには重要参考人として我々と共に来てもらおう。
はあ、本物の FBI だ。
I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to kidnap you too. I mean, Area 52 is after Mary Niece, so...
確かに本物だな。
ではついてきたまえ。君もだ。
Right. I'm tired of going back. People talk too slow. Sorry. Raul and Robin were led into one of the police cars. Both of them. I attempted to follow but was stopped. Huh? Suddenly my vision blurred and a wave of weakness swept over me. I knew it. I did. You're in on it too. Oh my goodness. The FBI is in on it. What is going on? I don't understand. Robin and Raul, not in the car, jumped out and took down the FBI agents to reach me. But before they could, someone grabbed me from behind and pulled me into another vehicle.
くそ、罠だったのか。ダメだ、リネット、待て。
I mean, I know you're supposed to trust them, but I don't trust them. Not one bit. Oh no, wait, Raul. I tried to call out to him, but my voice wouldn't come out. A wave of drowsiness hit me. Unable to resist, I fell unconscious. Here we go.
待って、リネット、リネット。
Trying to chase the car? After Lynette was kidnapped by someone, I was in a panic, frantically running towards the car. However, a human being can't outpace a car. Ultimately, it got away.
そんな、リネットがさらわれるなんて。
My mind went blank. I had no idea what was happening, and I simply stood there.
こういう時は。ああ、そうだ。もうドーナツに倒れてるあいつらに手がかりを聞けば。
I shuffled back the way I came. Upon reaching Mo Donuts, I noticed Robin making a call.
了解。はい。はい。ああ。任せてくれ。ラウル、よかった。戻ってきたのか。
ロビン、ごめん。俺、せっかく追いかけたのに連れ戻せなかったんだ。
いや、 俺こそごめん。俺がいたのに彼女がさらわれるのを阻止できなくて。
Failed to prevent her kidnapping. He sounds like someone who used to be in this field.
なんでロビンが謝るんだよ。別に誰も悪くない。悪いのはさらっとあいつらだよ。
I feel like Robin's undercover.
ラウル。それで車はどこまで追いかけられたんだ？見失ったところを教えてくれないか？
3番街までは追いかけられてたんだけど、途中で見失っちゃって。
3番街まで追えたのか？ラウル、足速いんだな。
追いつけなきゃ意味ないよ。てかさっき殴った人たちどうなってる？
ああ、ラウルが追いかけてる間にうまく情報を引き出したよ。やっぱり店を襲ってきた奴らはさらった奴らとグルだった。それにさっき FBI が来る前、彼女にも追跡機をうまくつけられたからさ、多分居場所がわかると思う。
He planted a bug on her.
だからラウル、大丈夫だ。俺が必ず彼女を連れ戻してみせるよ。
Really gonna tell us who he is.
ありがとうロビン。でもロビンって何者？
The way he extracted information and planted a tracking button indicated he was no ordinary man. I know, right? Even his combat style suggested he was a professional. It reminded me of skills I learned from acting in various spy films. Seeing my confusion, Robin scratched his head sheepishly.
まあ、こうなったらもう隠しておけないよな。実は俺、身分を隠して、とある調査のためにモードーナツに潜入してたんだ。
I knew it.
それで多分、俺がしてた調査と彼女がさらわれたのは無関係じゃない。だから、ラウルにだけ正体を明かすよ。俺はさ、CIA なんだよ。
CIA, oh my goodness.
CIA
I love that response. The end. Wait, there's another one? The counter of the dog pistache. What? Wait. I mean...
ねえねえ、名犬パトラッシーの犬の逆襲にジョニーとギニーとメニーとルニーとワニーっていう犬を増やそうと思うんだ。
I mean, I should have predicted that there's another one because we didn't get the second save. And it's 47 minutes into it. But you know what? We're just gonna watch it. This has got to be the last one.
今度は俺が演技で演じ分けるつもりだよ。だから見てもらえるかな。
I'm so confused with what's happening though.
大丈夫。今度はちゃんと可愛くするよ。いくよ。
I'm sorry. What was that? I was like, is he gonna swear? Like, it's all bleeped out, but no, it's just making dog noises. I just can't. I'm laughing so hard, I'm crying. I tried so hard to be quiet when that started. You have no idea. Okay. I know. I'm the same way. Where in the heck are you? Oh my goodness. Oh, I see it. The Omar lobsters. I knew it. He kidnapped you. He's such a bad guy. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're in some kind of elaborate suite, aren't you? Oh, it was just a dream. Raul's act as a dog was nothing but a nightmare. I jumped awake and suddenly realized I was in an unfamiliar room. Huh? Where am I? The ceiling was ornately decorated and I couldn't make sense of my surroundings, except there's Omar lobsters all over the place. I don't know if this is where I rewound it to, but I accidentally hit the skip button. But what is that? Some kind of machine. It looks like a very comfortable bed, though. It resembled an old European castle, but where was I? I tried to leave the bed and looked out the window, but I was handcuffed. Oh my goodness. Huh? I can't move. The handcuffs were attached to the bedpost, restricting my movement. You've been handcuffed to the bed. Looking around, I noticed some medical equipment. What's this? I recognize that logo from somewhere. Hold on. The Omar Holdings logo. All the equipment in the room had an image of Omar lobsters. It was the same logo I saw on the blood donation truck. But why? Wait, there's something on my arm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's why they kidnapped her. She has unique blood, I bet you. I bet he noticed something about her blood. That's why he wanted her to go work for him and keep an eye on her. It was the same patch they applied after I donated blood. But I gave blood days ago. I shook my head, trying to recall what transpired before I passed out. Strange men attacked me, and the FBI, which was meant to help, instead abducted me. When I awoke, I found myself handcuffed to the bed. Is this a kidnapping? Well, duh.
お見事。まさにその通り。正解ですよ。
He's like, congratulations. Mr. Eli. This seductive music. I suspected something when I saw the Omar Holdings logo on the equipment, but held out hope that I was mistaken. I thought Omar Holdings could be a victim too, and their equipment was stolen. Whatever, but I was wrong. I mean, there's literally lobsters on the door handles. Like, that's not stolen. The vice president of Omar Holdings was behind this. Why are you doing this?
合意の上で来ていただこうといろいろと提案をしたつもりだったが、なびいてもらえなかったものでね。
Nope.
悪いが、最終手段を取らせてもらったよ。君が条件を飲んでさえくれればよかったのだが。
Eli smiled as he approached the bed, brushing my chin with his fingertips. Terms? You mean your attempt to recruit me for your new venture?
新事業ね。確かにこれはいずれ我が社を大きく変える新事業になる予定だ。だが今は違う。
I really hope the thunder outside is not picking up in the mic. I try to re-record things when I hear the thunder, so I hope I don't miss any.
これは私の復讐のための序章なんだよ。Le projet to l'humanité à Uma。全人類オマール計画を始めるためのな。
I am so confused. Commencement of the human lobsterfication project. Revenge? Excuse me? Human lobsterfication project? What on earth is that? It sounded somewhat appetizing, but given the circumstances, I doubted I'd be dining on delicious lobster anytime soon. I recalled the Omar lobsters, stuffed animals at Demore Paradise with their sad eyes. The image flickered in and out of my mind.
オマールホールディングスには医療部門もあることをご存知かな？
Abrupt music stop. Huh? Yes, I suppose. I figured the blood drive truck was part of that and that they developed the Omar after sun lotion as well.
実はそこで私は長年とある特効薬の開発を秘密裏に進めていたんだ。
A drug, huh?
オマールエビアレルギー。それを治すための特効薬をね。
Are you allergic to lobsters? Is that what this is about? Is that why none of the restaurants sell them? Allergies? Omar lobsters specifically?
そう。オマールエビだけだ。
And what, she has special blood to cure it? To cure illness? To cure the allergies?
たかがオマールエビ。されどオマールエビ。エビを食べても何ともならないが、オマールエビだけはどうしてもダメだった。
It's not even about her or Raul. It's the fact that he has allergies to lobsters that he wants to cure. He's upset. He is super upset about it. So he's gonna kidnap a god, draw her blood to try to make this potion or antidote, whatever he wants to call it. Oh my goodness.
私はオマールエビを食べると10分間ほど本物のオマールエビになってしまうんだ。
He said it so passionately. Can I see? Like, I want to see you turn into a lobster. Are you sure that's an allergy?
だが誰が信じる？このオマールが本物のオマールになるなど。だから私はアレルギーということで通していた。
Wait, it's not figuratively. I turned into a real lobster for 10 minutes. I thought he meant like his face turns completely red. Does he really transform? Like, I really want to see this now.
いっそオマールエビに呪われたのではないかとさえ思ったよ。オマール家は代々オマールエビを食してきた一族だ。だからそのツケを私が払わされているのではとね。理由はどうあれ他のエビは平気なのにオマールエビだけはどうしても食べられなかった。私もオマール家の一員なのにだ。おかげで他のエビさえ嫌いになったよ。ダムールパラディでの取り扱いを禁止するぐらいにはね。
He banned shrimp because he's mad at them. Eli clenched his fist, his eyes burning with anger. Now that he mentioned it, none of the Footborn Paradise contained this. I had no idea this was the reason. Eli took several deep breaths, attempting to calm himself. He regarded me with an icy stare, a cold smile on his lips.
だから私はあまたのオマールエビを研究し、薬の開発に勤しんだ。しかし、いくら探しても見つからなかった。だが、ようやく君を見つけた。神の血を持つ君をね。
Divine blood?
君は以前、うちで献血をしてくれたね。
Yes.
私は社内の人間にも悟られないようあそこで取れた血をすべて精密検査に回し各人の血が持つ特徴を分析していたんだ。君の血の分析結果を見たときは我が目を疑ったよ。君はオマールエビに対する特別な抗体を持っていたからね。
He just automatically knows that it's an antibody.
まさに神の血。そしてそれこそ私が長年探し求めてきた血液なんだ。
I was a god once. I had no idea my blood held such special power. Why OR lobster specifically, and not shrimp or other crustaceans? I can't say that word. I was curious, but it didn't seem the right time to ask. As my confusion mounted, Eli spoke with a sense of pride.
ということで、眠っている間に少々血を拝借して特効薬を作らせてもらった。
Back to seductive music.
そうしてついに長年苦しんできたオマールアレルギーを克服できた。
Is it cured forever? It's probably not. That's why he kidnapped her, right?
ついにこの私も気兼ねなく好きな時に好き放題食べられるようになったんだ。
He's like a glutton. Eli snapped his fingers, and a cart laden with dishes was wheeled in. My goodness, this lobster everything. The air filled with a mouth-watering aroma of cooked omar'd lobsters. There was an omar'd lobster, thermidor, gratin, and bisque. It was a veritable feast of omar'd lobster. Every dish looked extravagant and delicious. It smells so good. The enticing scents intensified my hunger. As I salivated, Eli delicately spooned some Omar lobster biscuit, I don't know, into his mouth.
そう、これがオマールエビ。
Like, I don't need to listen to you passionately eat lobsters.
ああ、なんて美味しいんだ。ずっと食べたかったんだ。
Good for you. Can you uncuff me now and let me go home? Lynette always has the most, like, funny lines in this when she's kidnapped or when she's in danger. Good for you. Now that he'd overcome his so-called Omara lobster allergy, there was no reason for me to be there. That's what I thought, but Eli wore a wicked smile as he placed the spoon back onto the cart.
いや、まだだ。私の苦しみはまだ言えない。私の復讐が終わるまではね。
Like, who are you gonna seek vengeance on? I don't understand. Vengeance, I know, right?
オマールに笑う者はオマールに泣く。それを身をもって味わわせてやると私は子供の時に決めたんだ。あいつらは私をバカにしたんだ。イーライ・オマールはオマールなのにオマールが食べられないとね。オマールの子がオマールアレルギー。おかげでミドルスクールでも散々私はバカにされてきた。親戚一同にもバカにされ罵られ、一族でオマールエビを夜通し食べる会にも私は出席を許されなかった。
I guess it would be catastrophic if he did eat them back then.
私は自らのファミリーネームを恨んだりさえしたよ。名前がオマールでなければとね。
It's funny, Rob made a comment, isn't that a nice family name? I'm like, sure.
だが私はオマールホールディングスの後継ぎだった。だから必死に勉強したよ。欠点を補える立派な人間になるために。だがハイスクールでもバカにされたさ。この優秀な私がオマールエビだけ食べられないというだけで嘲笑われてきたんだ。エビやカニを食べられてもオマールを食べられない。この体をどれだけ恨めしく思ったか。名を分けた生き物であるオマールを捕食できない。それがどれほどの屈辱だったか。だから私は誓ったのだ。バカにしてきた者たちに同等の苦痛を与えてみせるぞ。
Now he has epic villain music. Oh, I'm like, well, that was short-lived. Okay, I'm just speechless. Like, I'm not even commenting anymore. Eli spread his arms wide, looking up at the ceiling. He's gone crazy. I had no idea what he was planning, but his hatred and thirst for revenge were real. His resentment of people's ability to enjoy Omar lobsters was real. It truly was like a curse. But what will you do? I doubted he was planning to invite his middle school classmates over for a Omar lobster party. Eli, who was typically calm and composed, seemed agitated. I stared at him, still perplexed, as he carefully extracted a mysterious-looking vial.
これがなんだかわかるかな。
Probably her blood. No clue.
実はこれまで数々のオマールエビを研究し特効薬を作ろうとした過程でできたものなんだがね。この薬には私が飲んだ特効薬とは真逆の効果があるんだ。
Antithesis. Does that mean it does the opposite? The antithesis. So you're saying if people eat Omar lobsters, they'll turn into Omar lobsters like you.
君はこうは思わないかい。全人類がオマールエビになればオマールの上での平等が実現すると。
This is like some crazy villain scheme from like X-Men or something, where everyone wants to turn everyone into mutants. Like I don't. I'm sure there's one in like every every superhero thing, right? I'm sure there's one for X-Men and Avengers and what? Spider-Man? Didn't like Dr. Octavius wanted to turn the whole world into something like I don't even know anymore.
私はこのオマール薬をドローンで世界中に散布する予定だ。そうすればオマールを食べた人間は全員オマールになる。
Wait, Code realized. There we go. He's going to worldwide spread the poison to everyone.
皆がオマールになる呪いを受ければ、私が劣っていたわけではない世界が実現するんだ。
All you have to do is not eat it, and they're fine though.
私をバカにする者もいなくなる。きっとこれまで私をバカにした者たちも深く悔い改めることだろう。だがそこでオマールホールディングスの開発したこの特効薬の存在を知らしめたらどうなるだろうね。きっと私をバカにした人間のみならず、世界中にいる権力者すべてが等しく私に頭を垂れるだろう。どれほどの金を積もうと皆がこの薬を欲しがるはずだ。オマールエビを食べるためにね。
I mean, I would just not eat lobsters. I think everyone would just stop eating our lobsters. I know, right? Like, I wouldn't pay money to eat lobsters again. I would just stop eating them.
特効薬を作り出せる血を持つのは君だけだ。君をここに閉じ込めておけば誰にも特効薬は作れない。つまり誰にも治せないオマールの呪いに打ち勝つ薬はうちだけが独占できるというわけだ。君を私のものにするだけでね。
You will belong to me.
我がオマールホールディングスはオマールの呪いに打ち勝つだけでなく他者の追随を許さないほど大きく成長するだろう。
Ascend to unprecedented heights. It's like they're trying to become a god. You're just inflicting a lobster curse on people.
これこそオマールが全ての頂点に立つための壮大なストーリー。全人類オマール計画、私の復讐だ。
It's so passionate. Rule the world, yeah. Wait, what? It sounded like a joke, but his plan was genuinely dangerous. The curse of transforming into an Omar lobster upon consumption, if it spread worldwide, it would be disastrous. Can't do that. Besides, it's illegal.
それは君がここにいることを知る人間がいればだろう。
Who know that you're here. Okay. If I don't show up for work, my company will grow suspicious.
ああ、君は引き抜きで他社に行ったことになっている。そのためにわざわざ CC に人を向かわせたからね。
What? So the men in black who went to Cupid Corp were there to create that illusion. My co-workers had mentioned someone was there to see me. They thought that it was a stalker, but they'd seen it differently if it were a headhunter.
君をさらう時に妨害してきたのもただのドーナツ屋の店員だ。
Employees? Yeah, but one's a movie star, one's a CIA agent, which you don't know.
ラウル・アコニットの知名度もうちの社の規模に比べれば大したことはない。すべてもみ消せるさ。
But you can't keep this hidden forever. People coming and going here will eventually notice.
ここはオマール一族の跡継ぎにのみ入ることを許されているオマール城なんだ。親族でさえ自由に入ることは許されていない。
It's a castle.
入るのには私の許可が必要だ。警備も万全で最新セキュリティに守られている。間違っても誰かが来ることはないよ。
You're gonna be his secret private guest.
残念だが助けを待つのは諦めた方がいい。
They know where you are, though.
それにね、いずれ君が私を好きにならない保証もないだろう。
Oh, look, there it is. He's finally come out with it. Oh my goodness. Eli gave me a seductive smile as he leaned over me. He was brimming with confidence, as he was certain he could make anyone fall for him.
君が私を好いてくれれば、いつでも籍を入れよう。そうすれば、合法的に君は私のものだよ。
He just wants you legally bound to him. He'll never have your way.
いつまで強情でいられるかな。幸い、時間ならたっぷりある。いつでも心変わりを歓迎するよ。
Are we gonna get a ending with Eli in this one too? Actually, Shelby's was called what? Super spicy or spicy 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 end or something like that. It was an alternate ending to both of all three of his endings. So I think poor Shelby just got the bad end of the stick. Got an extra ending with Omar in it. He tenderly held strands of my hair, kissed the tips, and then stepped away and left the room. My goodness. The door shut with a resounding thud befitting a castle, followed by a deafening silence. The delicious aromas of the lobster dishes lingered in the air. You could eat them. Oh, I'm starving. Oh yeah, she's chained to the bed. She can't even get up. I wasn't sure how long I was unconscious, but the enticing smell was hard to resist. But if the human lobsterfication project actually begins, everyone will suffer this torment. Delicious Omar lobsters, given their tantalizing flavor, abstaining from them would be a considerable hardship. I finally grasped the gravity of the situation. If the human lobsterfication project took place, it would be catastrophic. I can't just sit idly by. I must find a way to escape. I struggled with the handcuffs, trying to free myself, but they were too tight. I couldn't look for my phone with the cuffs on. I felt utterly helpless. What should I do? Only Raul and Robin witnessed my abduction, but Eli claimed that they posed no threat to him. That's what troubled me. I hoped they weren't in any danger. Either way, I need to escape. I frantically attempted to wiggle free. Suddenly, something red caught my eye. Oh? I looked up, and to my surprise, it was an Omar lobster.
お嬢さん、大丈夫ですから？
Is it really talking? Like, this game, man. Talking lobster. So, the scriptwriters can't just be like, be satisfied with the fact that Robin planted a tracking bug on her to find her. No, the scriptwriter's like, you know what sounds good? A talking lobster. Because why not? Huh? A talking Omar lobster.
鍵を盗んできたんだよ。一緒に逃げよう。
Security is tight in here, man. Let lobster get in. This elderly Omar lobster effortlessly unlocked my handcuffs. Okay. Rubbing my wrist where the cuffs had left marks, I scrambled off the bed. There was an actual Omar lobster sitting before me. Instantly, a familiar animated movie's theme song played in my mind. Wait, it's an Omar lobster, not a crab. So you're an Omar lobster who talks. Are you some kind of divine beast? My father owned a divine beast, a talking rooster. The Omar lobster clicked its claws as though dismissing the idea.
真珠？いや、私はただのオマールエビさ。だが数百年生きていれば、オマールエビも喋れるようになるとも。
We learned to talk after a few centuries. Oh my goodness. I don't understand.
オマールエビが死ぬのは脱皮に失敗した時と捕食される時だけってね。確か脱皮するごとに内臓とかも入れ替わるし、細胞分裂を無限にできるから老化しないで修復できるんだったかな。だから脱皮に失敗したり大きくなりすぎて餓死したりしない限りオマールエビは死なないんだ。
When I was studying Myths, I learned of things called Nekomata in Japanese lore. They were cats who turned monstrous after a long life. It seemed Omar lobsters might acquire speech similarly with extended lifespans.
それより君が特効薬の血の持ち主なんだね。
It appears so. So how did you find out? You're an Omar lobster.
それはもちろん私も同じようにあいつに実験でもてあそばれていたからだよ。
The Omar lobster trembled as if reliving past experiences.
実は私が全人類オマール計画の要だったんだ。私の組織を使ってオマールアレルギーにする薬を彼は作り上げてしまったんだよ。
And they just leave it casually laying around in this room, like not even in a cage or anything.
私が人間語を理解しているとは知らずにあの男はベラベラと喋っていたよ。特効薬に必要な血が手に入った。悲願は叶うと。だから私はついに実行される日が来たと聞いて慌てて脱皮して逃げてやったんだ。それでこの部屋に隠れていたんだが。
With the huge, sorrowful eyes, the lobster glanced at the cart overflowing with cooked lobster dishes.
あの男がついにオマールエビを食べられるようになるなんてこんなに悔しいことはない。だがこれも因果応報なのかもしれないな。私があの日イーライにオマールを食べられない呪いをかけなければこうはならなかったのだから。
You cursed him? What? A curse? Was that actually a curse?
オマール一族があまりにも我々の仲間を食べまくるものだから。しかも現当主は毎日食べるありさまで。だから私は現当主に仲間を食われた時に生まれたばかりの奴の子供に呪いをかけたんだ。オマールエビを食べられない呪いを。
Now lobsters can curse people.
その子供こそイーライだった。自分の子供がオマールエビを食べられないと知って当主は当時本当に慌てていたよ。それで少しだけでも全員が食べる量を減らしてもらえればと思っていたんだが、まさかこんなことになるなんて。
The Omar lobster's curse. Eli thought it might be a curse from an Omar lobster. Turned out he was right. Then it's not an allergy, but divine power neutralizing the curse. As a formal Cupid, my blood could have a divine aspect. Perhaps that was why it could neutralize curses. When I first saw the marred lobster, it reminded me of a certain animated movie. The one based on the fairy tale of Sleeping Beauty who was cursed at birth. Oh, I thought she was going to say something about Raul's movie.
全人類がオマールアレルギーにかかれば一時はオマールを食べなくなるかもしれない。だが根絶のために乱獲が始まったり特効薬で治った後に反動でより多くのオマールが食べられてしまうかもしれない。だが私と君がいなくなれば奴は計画を続けられなくなる。薬と特効薬が作れなくなるだろう。だから一緒に逃げよう。私の脱皮がバレる前に。
Sure, got it.
あ、だが脱皮したてで疲れているから私のことは抱っこしてくれ。優しくな。
Please be gentle. Carry me, please. I lifted the lobster and rose from the bed, then stood side by side with the cart of scrumptious lobster dishes. Are you going to eat it? My stomach growled loudly, making the lobster in my hands twitch in fear.
いや、私を食べないでくれよ。
What about eating the lobsters that are already dead? I won't, but can I eat those? They pointed to the cooked lobster dishes, forcing the aged lobster to hide his eyes with its claws.
そうだな。腹が減っては戦はできぬというし、非常食として私が食べられたら大変だものな。
You can eat my friends, it's fine.
わかった。食べていけ。満腹になったら改めて逃げるとするぞ。
Oh my goodness. I placed the old lobster on the bed and began eating the Omar lobster dishes as it looked on. He's called the chief. What's wrong with him? This is so awkward eating in front of it. The lobster bisque and gratin were delicious, which only amplified my guilt. Poor Lynette. She's gotta eat lobster in front of the lobster. The previous night. Oh, really? We're gonna see what Raul's up to now.
Lynette がさらわれた
Oh my goodness, you called Gil. Robin and I were building a plan to rescue Lynette. We had called Gil to try and secure his help. He yelled so loud through the phone that even Robin heard him.
だからギル、君の力が必要なんだ。
わかった。俺にできることなら何でもやるよ。
ありがとう。じゃあ詳細はメールするからお願い。
任せて。
それで次は。
Shelby? While Robin was working on figuring out her location, I had been making calls to set up her rescue. I mean, call Shelby, he's SS and everything. 2 heads are better than 1, and 3 was even better. I was trying to gather more help for her rescue. That's why I was making calls to implement Robin's plan. Robin, who was chasing the signal from the tracking device, glanced up at me.
ラウル、彼女の居場所が分かったぞ。
本当？
ああ、彼女がいるのはフランスのリプンだ。
They flew her to France? Oh my goodness.
リプン？そんな遠くまでさらわれたの？
He would never have found her.
みたいだ。でも、こんな山奥に一体何があるって言うんだ。
There's a castle up in the mountains. Robin was typing at a blistering pace as he verified the information. Before long, the coordinates of the tracking device pinpointed a certain building on the screen. It seemed to be an ancient castle.
古城？
まさかこれがオマール城か。
オマール城？
オマールホールディングスの跡取りには代々引き継がれてる古城があるって聞いたことがあるんだ。しかしいくら探しても見つからないから、城に関してはただの噂だと思ってたんだが、彼女につけた探知機のおかげでついに見つかった。
というか、オマールホールディングスってイーライ・オマールが彼女をさらったってこと？
ああ、おそらくな。
じゃあまさかあの時からイーライはリネットを狙ってたってこと？
He showed interest in supporting our marriage before and tried to persuade Lynette to change jobs. I sensed he had an ulterior motive then, but I hadn't realized that she was the target.
しかしやっぱり睨んだ通り、俺の方で追ってる問題と黒幕がつながってたみたいだ。
What case is he investigating?
あの問題と彼女がどう関係しているのかはわからないが。
ロビンが追ってる問題って何？
All Humanity into Lobster Project.
I didn't think that he would actually know the name of it, but I actually didn't think he was investigating that at all, because I figured Eli would keep secret about it.
全人類オマール計画？
ああ、馬鹿げた名前だとは思うが、とんでもない計画だよ。確かな証拠と一緒に CIA のリークもあった。最初見た時は俺も目を疑ったんだが、もうラウルも無関係じゃないから見といてくれ。
As he said that, Robin showed me a video of a strange laboratory with Amar lobsters lined up. The lobsters were trapped and their body tissues were extracted with syringes to create a suspicious drug.
情報提供者はブラックロブスターと名乗る人だ。ラウル知ってるか？
うん、俺は知らないけど、リネットとこれに何の関係があるんだ？
それはわからないが、この計画が動き出せば俺たちはオマールエビを食べただけで大変な目に遭うらしいんだ。
Next, Robin shared some data on the results of the experiments. It was a disturbing video demonstrating people transforming into Amar lobsters.
何これ？
残念ながら CG でも合成でもない。 解析済みの本物の動画だ。だから俺が動くことになったんだ。
Robin spoke about how he went undercover at Mo Donuts as a CIA agent. Mo Donuts was a front for the CIA's base of operations, really. They collected information from customer conversations, too. Among the CIA, Robin was the only agent assigned to Los York. The other agents were stationed in France. According to the leak, someone from Omar Holdings was behind this, but no other evidence was displayed on the video. The leaked information lacked location data too. That's why the investigation had trouble locating the lab.
だからオマールホールディングスに近づくために献血とモードーナツのタイアップをしたんだ。でもイーライのガードが固くてさ、決定的な証拠はつかめないでいた。そんな後ろ暗い組織はないって顔してたよ。実際どれだけ調べてもオマール研究の尻尾はつかめないでいた。正直フェイク動画の線も考え始めていたところだったんだが。
リネットがさらわれたから情報の信憑性が増したってことだね。
ああ、ついに奴らがなりふり構わず動いたってことはいよいよ計画の始動が近づいてるってことだろう。こんなヤバいオマール変化薬が散布されたら俺たち人類はおしまいだ。
End of humanity. Just don't eat lobsters.
分かってる。これを止めるためなら、彼女を助けるためなら俺何でもやるよ。水上バイクだって乗るし、サメやワニとも戦える。これまで映画でしてきたスタントなら全部やれるよ。
あの高層ビルの窓を登るやつもか？
もちろんだよ。だから一緒にやろう。オマール城潜入作戦を。
Infiltrate Omar Castle.
そして奪還する。大事な人を。
Aww, yay. We still haven't got to the choice yet. Is there another one? Mission not impossible. No, there's another one. Dang it. I don't even have a screenshot yet, so I have to keep going. Like, there's going to be like 5 in this one, probably. Well, we're just going to have an extra long route video today. I was going to record 9 rip on top of this after editing, but it's an hour and a half and we're not done. That's a pretty elaborate castle. After leaving the room with the old lobster, I had been running around the castle. My room had been locked, but the Omar lobster squeezed through the cracks and found the key, allowing me to escape. A crack? What? This was a crack big enough for a lobster. However, things didn't go as planned. There were security guards at patrol everywhere, and I couldn't locate the exit. We had nearly been discovered by security and had to hide in an empty room to avoid detection. We were taking a short break.
見つかるかと思ったぞ。間一髪だったな。
Why are you breathing hard? She's carrying you. Yes.
しかし本当にこの城は複雑な上に広いな。とてもではないが、オマールエビの足じゃ脱出不可能だ。
What do I do now? If they caught me, they'd lock me in that room again, and that would spell disaster for the world. Everyone would turn into Omar lobsters, even Raul. I won't let that happen. But I was getting lost in the castle's maze of identical rooms. Huh? That's when I noticed one of the bronze statues in the room was facing the wrong direction. What's this? Secret room. I stared at the statue, feeling a sense of deja vu. I didn't recognize the design, but I had seen another statue with the same odd positioning before. That's it. It's like that ancient Greek ruin I visited with Raul. Back then, it was a stone statue, but when Raul touched it, a hidden passage opened and revealed a hidden vehicle. Vehicle, I know, right? Thinking this might be similar, I cautiously touched the statue, then there was a click, like a switch being activated. Simultaneously, the section of the wall slid open to reveal an entrance. Bingo.
なんだこれは。
I'm not sure, but given that we've been able to find an exit, this might be it.
確かに。では行ってみるとするか。
think I read that wrong, but it's fine. Unable. Right. I clutched the Omar lobster with my arms tightly as I ventured into the new passage. Beyond the wall was an unusual room. Hey, that's the room that we saw. Except it was all dark. There's crabs. Oh, sorry. There's lobsters everywhere. It looked like a modern lab strangely out of place in this ancient castle. There was a large fish tank filled with Omar lobsters. Is this the Omar Lobster Lab?
なんてことだ。私が逃げてきたところじゃないか。
Really?
ああ、急いで戻るぞ。こんなところ1秒だって長くはいたくない。
Hold on. I noticed bottles filled with red powder on a nearby shelf. I picked one to examine it. Isn't this the drug that they plan to use in the human lobsterfication project?
ああ、そうだな。この粉からは私の呪いの気配が漂っている。おそらくそうだろう。
Bring it as evidence. In other words, sprinkling this on people would induce an allergy that would transform them into Omar lobsters. Though it wouldn't be an issue if people didn't eat Omar lobsters at all. There were a number of drones beside the bottles. The plan to carry the powder with those drones and spread the curse globally. But if this is all there is, perhaps I can take it all and foil their plan.
やれやれ、どこに逃げたかと思ったら、そんなところにいたのか。
Nope, that's when bad guy enters, when you've discovered their secret lab. At the sound of approaching footsteps, I turned around to see Eli. He had discovered my escape.
Eli!
なんだ、今の声は。
Eli looked confused, not knowing that the Omar lobster could speak. I had to cover it up quickly. That was me.
そうなのか。いやまあ、そんなことはどうでもいい。ほら、私と共に部屋に戻ろうじゃないか。美味しいアフタヌーンティーを用意したんだ。レモンスコーンもある。
Eli extended his hand to me with a charming smile. If I went back to that room, it would be all over. This drug would be dispersed worldwide, while also spreading the Omar lobster curse. And only Omar Holdings, with the wonder drug made from my blood, could cure it. You plan to benefit from playing the savior. I had to prevent this at all cost. I scanned the room for a potential weapon, and my gaze landed on the Omar lobsters in the fish tank. They look so scared. Their large eyes met mine, and in that moment, I felt a strange connection. Everyone, run! You'll break the glass.
Huh?
Oh my goodness.
何をして
What's she doing? I don't understand. I tipped over the fish tank, liberating the Omar lobsters. They scattered in all directions.
やめろ、足にまとわりつくな。
We need to run now. While the other Omar lobsters distracted Eli, we dashed out of the room. But where should we go? I surveyed my surroundings, and my eyes caught sight of a stairwell. We might be able to escape from there.
本当だ。行ってみるとしよう。
It makes the same sound that Yukimaro does. Umu. Together we ran up the stairs, but our hope turned into despair upon reaching the top. Though it led outside, it was a dead end. It's okay. Raul's going to come and rescue you from his private jet in the sky. It's like lobster candlesticks. Statues. We ended up at one of the castle's towers. I searched for any escape routes, but with no other stairs, the only option was to turn back. Peering over the railing, my heart dropped. We were perched on the edge of a cliff. Oh no.
これでは逃げられないな。せめて海ならば泳げたんだが、ここから落ちたらオマールのミンチだ。
I was just thinking, his voice sounds familiar. Not his voice, but the way he speaks. He speaks the exact same way Yukimaro does. I wonder if they're the same voice actor. Like, he speaks in the same mannerisms as him, not just the sounds that he makes, but during that, I pictured Yukimura in my mind saying this. If I could get the lobster to flee, perhaps it could help. Wait, the talking lobster would go straight to a circus. The lobster would even get run over before getting to talk, and the risk of being boiled and eaten was high. It was best to stick together. In a movie I saw once, they used the curtains and bed sheets to form a rope of escape.
まったく随分とひどいことをしてくれるね君は。
I'm like, where are you gonna get bed sheets? You said bed sheets, right? Like, where are you gonna get curtains and bed sheets? Eli had caught up to us. We had just barely managed to escape, only for him to find us.
まさかオマールの私がオマールエビに足止めをされるなんて思わなかったよ。
What happened to them?
彼らは私があの呪いの粉をまいた後に祝賀ディナーの料理になる予定なんだ。丁重に水槽にお帰りいただいたよ。
我が同胞の行く末も全人類オマール計画の一部だということか。
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, if the crab, or sorry, if the lobster was in fact Yukimura's voice actor, Yukimura's voice actor is also Shelby. So if it was, this would be Shelby's voice actor too. Unless we halt this madness, they'll be eaten too. He stepped back as Eli advanced, but ended up stumbling onto the balcony's handrail. We had no other escape. We held the Omar lobster and froze, or I held.
まさかそこから飛び降りるつもりじゃないだろう。
Don't come any closer.
そんな愛らしい抵抗を私にしても無駄だよ。君がそこから飛び降りられるはずがない。君は大切なはずだ。会社の同僚たちも恋人のこともね。彼らを助けたければ私に従うんだ。
What does that mean?
君の大切な人たちの居場所はすべて把握しているという意味さ。
You know where the gods live. Wait, you've captured everyone. Eli presented his phone with a cold smirk and told me that he wasn't bluffing. Even if he was, he had the resources to make his threats a reality. His crew included the black-suited men who had pursued me and the kidnappers masquerading as FBI agents.
イーライ様、麻酔銃をお持ちいたしました。
Oh, really?
ああ、ご苦労だった。
A man in a black suit handed Eli the tranquilizer gun, which he received with a grin.
さあ、おいで、リネット。私が思い切り甘やかしてあげよう。
He extended the hand to me. He was far more dangerous than any Omar lobster. His face was akin to a predator that devours such creatures. His other hand held the tranquilizer gun, spelling doom either way. I couldn't escape. I'd just be captured again, just I was about to surrender.
リネット
I knew it! The sound of a motorcycle echoed nearby. A motorcycle? Up at a tower? What? I glanced upward and saw something moving to the tower's rooftop. An orange-colored motorcycle plunged downward, silhouetted by the sun. Oh my goodness. Raul! He's in his... I mean, he is ready to go. Look at that outfit. Raul appeared before me atop the motorcycle.
どこから
He parasailed on a motorcycle out of his jet.
ヒーローはどこからでも登場するよ
That's a good line. Perhaps he had leapt from a helicopter. I had no clue, but there was no denying that it was Raul. It was reckless, yet perfectly suited for an actor star like him. I know he performs his own stunts. I'm sure Robin's up there piloting whatever it was.
遅くなってごめん後ろに乗って
Where are you gonna go on a motorcycle? Okay, let's go.
させるか
As I climbed onto the motorcycle, Eli aimed the tranquilizer gun at us. Oh my goodness. But before he could fire, Raul accelerated and swerved. Raul rocketed past Eli and knocked the gun from his grasp. He then sped the motorcycle off towards the cliff's edge. Oh my goodness.
こちらクピード、ターゲットを確保。今から脱出するよ。
Cupid to base. he codenamed himself Cupid.
こちらポセイドン、スタンバイ OK だ。
Poseidon speaking.
じゃあ行くよ。しっかり捕まってて。
Raul's earpiece crackled with Robin's voice as he launched the bike off the cliff, turning our retreat into a dynamic leap. What? The motorcycle soared through the air as the ground vanished beneath us. Above, the rotors of a helicopter thrummed.
Raul, こっちだ。
How is he supposed to control the motorcycle in the air?
Yahoo!
Raul was aiming right for the open helicopter door. The motorcycle glided in an impressive arc. Then it landed safely inside the helicopter, skidding before coming to a stop. Oh my goodness. And then it's pink. We were suddenly dodging gunfire from another helicopter. It felt as though we'd been thrust into a spy movie.
俺が迎撃するよ。ロビンは運転に集中して。
He's gonna fire back.
ああ。
よし、当たった。で、2機目が来た。他にもいるよ。
キリがないな。揺れるぞ。しっかり捕まってろよ。
Ah! The helicopter shook violently from side to side. I gripped the railing tightly, praying I wouldn't be thrown overboard. That's how we escaped from Amar Castle. Shooting each other in helicopters. Minutes later, we broke free from the pursuit and made it to a cruise ship. Oh, really? We're saved. It was the first time in my life I had been in the middle of a gunfight. Setting the old lobster down on the table, I pressed my hand to my chest to feel my racing heart. Raul came over and hugged me tight.
リネット、よかったよ。無事に君を取り返せて。
In that background picture, it's got Eli in it. Were they able to see footage of him during all that? Thanks, Raul, but how did you get here?
ヘリからバイクごと飛び降りたんだ。そこからはお城の屋根の上を走ってね。
He just stated the obvious.
君が塔のてっぺんにいてくれてよかったよ。おかげでお城の中を走り回らなくて済んだからね。
He really did jump from the helicopter. The jet ski escape from Demore Paradise was memorable, but this was even more extreme. He wasn't even wearing a biking suit, just a regular shirt that reminded me of a certain spy movie. A man sipping wine with a beautiful woman at a resort, attacked and forced to flee on a bike, wearing nothing but a Hawaiian shirt and shorts.
でも俺が来るまでの間、あいつに何かされてない？怖いことなかった？
No, I'm okay. I didn't remember the blood he drew when I was unconscious.
それより二人ともイチャついている場合じゃないぞ。
Oh, really? Why is that? Oh, right. There's a crisis at hand. The human lobsterfication project is about to start.
なんだって。というか今の声誰だ？
Oh, by the way, this is Talkie Lobster.
そういえばさっきからやけにダンディーな声が聞こえてくるような。
私だよロビン、私だ。
How do you know his name? The bar lobster I'd brought along waved its claws. Robin and Raul stared in astonishment.
オマールエビが喋ってる。
He's a long-living Omar lobster. Eli used his body tissues and my blood for a sinister plan.
詳細は私が送ったメールに記載されていたはずだ。君が CIA のロビンだろう。
He's the one that sent the leak. Oh my goodness.
まさか君が CIA にリークをしたブラックロブスターか。
まさにこの私がブラックロブスターだ。実際はこの通りオマールエビだったがな。オマールエビがロブスターと名乗ることでシークレットにしていたというわけさ。
Oh my goodness.
いや、そもそもオマールエビが情報提供するって発想が俺にはなかったけど、まさかあれがオマールエビからの連絡だっただなんてな。
私ほどの長寿オマールエビならば人間を装ってメールをするぐらい朝飯前だ。
でもよく CIA の連絡先なんて知ってたね。
彼は要求バーとして暗号を発信していたからな。それを読み解いたまでだ。
Oh, really?
おしどり目指してラブフライ。恋も愛もスパイスオブライフ。あなたに届けこの思い。
あれ、読み解けたのは君ぐらいだよ。さすがだな、長寿のオマールエビは。
Wait, Robin, you're with the CIA.
まあね、君にもバレちゃったか。
そういうわけでロビンに協力してもらって今回は君を助けに来られたんだ。ロビンの情報網がなければこんなに早く来られなかったと思う。
俺の方こそラウルがいなけりゃこんなにうまく作戦が成功しなかったと思うよ。本気で CIA にスカウトしたいぐらいさ。
前に撮影でやったからね。
さすがだな、ラウル・アーコニットは。
でもこのバイクがなかったら成功率は五分五分だったと思うよ。ギルに改造頼んで本当に良かった。
How did he modify it? Huh? He'll modified it.
うん、実は滞空時間が長くなるようにタイヤの形状やフェンダーをカスタマイズしてもらったんだ。
I mean, that's skill for you, right? Oh, really?
でも君を助け出せただけで終わりじゃないんだよね。
You're right, we need to stop Eli's plan. He's trying to spread the Mar lobster curse all over the world using drones. This is a really long episode. I explained everything I'd overheard at Omar Castle, as well as the specifics of the Omar lobster curse. Both of them looked upset.
とんでもない話じゃないか。オマールの呪いを世界中にかけるだなんて。
そんなの困るよ。オマールエビが食べられなくなっちゃうなんて。
The lobster's like, well, I mean, it's good, kind of.
下手したら我々が危険物として捕獲、厳重管理、根絶させられてしまうかもしれない。だから絶対に阻止しなくてはならないのだ。
The lab is in Omar Castle. You descend a staircase from the tower I was in. There's a statue you can move to reveal a trapdoor.
OK。じゃあ他のエージェントに。
エージェントロビン、大変よ。ドローンが本部に飛んできたと思ったら全員オマールエビになってしまったわ。
Everyone turned into lobsters? Is everyone currently eating lobsters?
なんだって、くそ、一足遅かったか。しかもオマールエビになったって全員オマールエビを食べていたのか。
実は今日の昼食オマールエビサンドだったのよ。上官からの差し入れだったはずなんだけれど、それを食べている最中やられたの。逃げているエージェントも次々やられているわ。だからあなたも気をつけて。
おい、応答しろ。
Oh my goodness.
くそ、ダメだ。オマールエビの足音しか聞こえない。あいつもやられたか。
So everyone, so what? Everyone got lobsters as a gift and then immediately transformed.
ダメだ。システムをダウンしてる。どうやら CIA 本部を真っ先に狙ったみたいだな。俺らが嗅ぎ回ってるって掴まれてたのか。
and Omar lobster sandwiches as a gift that indicates Eli's men have already infiltrated the CIA.
おそらくな。
というか、もうあの薬使ってるってかなりまずいよ。急がないと他のみんなもやられちゃう。ロビン、行こう。俺たちで止めるんだ。
Oh, are you sure?
一刻を争う事態なんだ。君たちがここにいるとはいえ、たくさん在庫を作っていたんだろ？
Yes. The lab had been full of Omar lobster cursed powder. I didn't know which was the wonder drug that utilized my blood, but if the powder was already being dispersed, they should have made some. If we didn't act now, there would be nobody to prevent Eli from taking over the world. This sounds such a silly statement. But how long are they going to be transformed? Like, he only transformed for 10 minutes. Are they going to go back after 10 minutes? But why would Raul go? He was just an actor from Sillywood who had worked part-time at a donut shop. Raul. I held his hand, worried about him, but he just gave his usual bright smile.
大丈夫。俺はワイルドスパイダーやコードネームエンジェルのラウル・アコニットだよ。俺を信じて必ず君の元に帰ってくるから。
Raul kissed me, then grinned at Robin and the Omar lobster.
熱いな。ボイルされそうだ。
That's hot. Oh my goodness.
よし、気合も入ったし、行こう、ロビン。
では我々はここから監視カメラをハッキングして2人のサポートをするとしようか。
Let's go.
ハッキングったって本部のシステムは今落ちてるはずだが。
本部のサポートがなくても私にもハッキングぐらいできる。これぐらい朝飯前さ。
We have a secret agent lobster. The agent lobster skillfully manipulated the terminal with its slender claw. Moments later, the screen displayed live footage from the Amara Castle surveillance cameras. Oh my goodness.
大したもんだな。
私を誰だと思っている。数百年も生きたオマールエビだぞ。
Wow, but I've lived for centuries too. I had lived in a comfortable life in Celestia for hundreds of years, while the Omar lobster had survived in a harsh environment for just as long. It seemed the Omar lobster was much tougher and wiser.
うわ、すごい人数いる。警備、さっきよりも厳しくなってるな。
ああ、でも俺ら二人がいればやれるはずだ。だろ。
もちろん。じゃあ行こう。全人類オマール計画を止めるために。
This could be another section. Okay. Thus began our mission to halt the human lobsterfication project. Once we infiltrated Omar Castle, we had to sneak around due to the sheer number of guards. Guard approaching from the right, he's armed, so be careful. Her voice came through my earpiece. She was the one guiding me. It was the best support that I could ask for. I responded in a hushed whisper.
了解。ロビン、隠れてやり過ごすよ。
ああ。
おい、急げ！イーライ様に叱られるぞ！
しかしどこにいるんだ。急いで特効薬の血の持ち主を見つけなきゃ。俺たちまでオマールエビだよ。
ロサンヤークにもう戻ったって、さっき通信には入ったが。
The men in black were discussing Lynette as they hurried past. Lynette being in Lost York was fake information we spread to confuse them. They're gone. You can move now.
OK。
Lynette's instructions were precise, making me feel calm despite the dangerous situation.
あの子が安全な場所にいてくれるなら、こんなに安心することはないんだ。
When she was abducted, I was unable to remain calm and rational like this. I feared losing her, and that fear fueled my reckless action. like when I leapt off the motorcycle on a helicopter. Now that she was safe, I felt invincible. That was the power of love. I realized just how essential it was.
だから絶対に結婚してみせる。もちろん世界を救ってね。
We defeated all the guards we encountered and finally reached the laboratory.
これがオマールラボ。
オマールエビはここにいるが、
呪いの粉ないね。
Huh? It should be on the shelf to the right of the entrance. There should be bottles with red powder. Eli probably removed it all. I looked where Lynette directed, but there was nothing resembling red powder.
まさかこれもう持ち出されてる？
ああ、おい、ここのカメラを見ろ。赤い粉を詰め込んだバルーンをドローンに搭載している。
なんだって？
それどこ？
It should be on top of the tower at Omar Castle where I was.
だがダメだ。奴ら階段を壊している。登る術はないぞ。
よし、なら壁伝いに登っていけばいいんだね。
Climb the wall. The wall.
君も見たでしょ？インディ・ジョナーズでロッククライミングした俺のスタントをさ。
This is called Mission Not Impossible, right? Here we go. True to his word, Raul began climbing the tower just as he did as Illinois' Rogers in the film. He managed to climb all the way to the top of the tower, leaving Robin below.
イーライ！覚悟しろ。全人類をオマール計画なんて俺が絶対にさせないよ。
You're being recorded.
ラウル・アコニット、またも私の邪魔をするつもりか。お前たち、あいつを捕らえろ。
はっ。
The men on the tower all lunged at Raul, but Raul took them down using his paint crashing skills.
はあ？させるか。
だ、この強さは。お前はただのシリウッド俳優だろ。
He's an action star. I mean, he practices like an actual self-defense thing. And your men are what? Just guards.
そうだよ。ただの俳優だけれどパンクラチオン世界大会優勝者だよ。
See, exactly what I just said. Pancration was an ancient Greek martial art that permitted all forms of attack except gouging an opponent's eye or striking their genitals. Using those techniques, Raul managed to defeat all of Eli's guards.
くそ、絶対にやり遂げてみせる。私は変わるんだ。私がバカにされない世界にしてみせる。
You're going to transform. As Raul closed in, Eli launched the drones. There we go.
まずいまずいまずい。あれが飛んだら世界の終わりだ。
I can't let that happen. The world would become overrun with Omar lobsters. As I tried to imagine this horrifying scenario, a series of gunshots rang out. The drones were being shot down one by one.
ナル、援護する。君はイーライに集中してくれ。
わかった。
I looked back at the surveillance camera. Robin was on top of the tower with a rifle. Oh my goodness. He was sniping from there.
CIA か。どいつもこいつもこの私の邪魔をするとはな。本当に目障りだ。だがこれはどうかな。
Eli turned on his drone remote. Suddenly, about 10 drones shot into the air at once. Oh my goodness.
おいおい、マジかよ。
Robin tried to shoot down the drones, but one managed to evade his shots. Seeing this, Raul sprang into action.
させないよ。
Raul leapt high into the air towards the drone.
なんだと
What's he doing now? Raul caught the drone and landed back on the ground, teetering on the edge of the tower.
よし、これで全部だ。
ふざけるなくっそー
Surrounded by the wreckage of the drones, Eli made his last stand, pulling out a gun and pointed it at Raul. Oh my goodness. Raul, look out! A gunshot echoed as I screamed out. Raul! The surveillance camera didn't show what happened to Raul. Just as I feared the worst, I heard a snicker through my earpiece.
大丈夫。そんな声出さなくても、俺は無事だよ。
Raul then came back into view on the surveillance camera. He held an Omar lobster in his hand.
よくも私をこの姿にしたなせっかく特効薬で呪いが解けたのにまた呪われたじゃないか
What's on his claws? Gloves? I guess that doesn't help. But still, does he have a tie and gloves on? Huh?
これは
I mean, I guess he has a bow tie too, but...
さっき俺が捕まえたドローンに搭載されてた粉の入った瓶をイーライに投げつけたんだ。
I mean, he did just eat lobster earlier today. So.
それをちょうどイーライの上に来たところでロビンが狙撃してくれた。だからオマールエビになっちゃったんだよ。
So that gunshot was...
そう。ロビンがこの瓶を撃った音。俺はどこも撃たれてないよ。
Thank goodness.
これでミッションコンプリートだね。
Right. Raul winked at the surveillance camera. I felt a wave of relief wash over me, sinking into the ground as I saw Raul's usual demeanor on screen. Yay, we still don't have a choice or a CG. Afterwards, we were able to recover the wonder drug made from my blood. Raul and Robin went to the CIA headquarters to reverse the curse. The individuals at the CIA HQ had only been transformed into an overall lobster for about 10 minutes. I'm getting tongue twisted over here. It's been recording for 2 hours. I'm like, eh. According to Eli's plan, they would have remained as Omar lobsters until the wonder drug was administered. Oh my goodness. They forever. But the curse from the powder wasn't all that powerful. It was only as strong as the curse Eli had originally been under. Okay. That's why the agents all returned to their normal forms quickly and then proceeded to arrest everyone involved at Omar Castle. By the time they arrived, Eli had also returned to his human form and was officially taken into custody by the CIA. As for the lobster and me, Robin decided that revealing our involvement would be too risky, so we kept out of the official reports. The cursed powder and the powder drug were reported to have been developed at Omar Castle, but the exact methods remained a mystery. As for the old lobster's fate... Dad, would you mind looking after him? I sent a message to my father in Mars and later entrusted him with the old lobster. The lobster's very existence could pose a threat to humanity, so it was decided he would be given refuge in Celestia.
ほほう、深海で保護してもらえるのか。それは助かるな。
He's gonna be the new pet.
任せろ。とはいえ、海産物はポセイドンの管轄内だとは思うが。あやつは荒くれ者だからな。この繊細で優しいマーズが適任というお前の考えを尊重するとしよう。
That is practically a brute himself, and he's neither delicate nor kind, but sure. I mean, I was about to say, as long as you don't anger him. As I continued speaking with Dad, Raul watched us with sparkling eyes. Oh yeah.
Oh, God! 軍神マーズなんて神々しいんだ。
Ever since the dad descended, Raul had been in a state of awe. Because of that, introducing him as my fiance became somewhat awkward.
そこの人間は私の偉大さがよくわかっているようだな。気に入った。名は何という？
I like him. What's your name?
ラウル・アコニットです。
ラウル・アコニット？まさかお前がキューピッドの恋人だというあのラウル・アコニットか？
はい、そうです。偉大なるマーズ神。
偉大なるマーズ神。
It seemed like he was about to get angry, but seeing Raul's deep respect, Dad just grinned broadly.
ほほう、偉大なるマーズ神とな。私のどういうところが偉大だと思ったのだ？
はい、俺マーズの神話が大好きで、特にあのトロイア戦争での活躍ぶりと、それとヴィーナスとの愛のお話に憧れました。なんといっても美しい白馬に戦車を引かせて聖堂の鎧を身につけて戦場を駆け巡る姿なんて何度絵に描いたか。俺の憧れなんです。
なるほど。お前は人間にしてはよくできているようだな。
This is so cute.
キューピッドとはうまくやるのだぞ。ヴィーナスと共に見守っているからな。
はーい。
Dad is so easily flattered. After receiving a few compliments from Raul, he was in high spirits. It had been a while since he descended, so receiving praise from humans was a rare occurrence. Maybe that's why he was so pleased.
ではキューピッド、こやつは深海に連れて行く。元気でやるのだぞ。
アジュ。
Yes, I do. Dad, take care too. And please don't fight with Mom so much.
無論だ。
I entrusted Old Lobster to Dad, and they both vanished from the mortal realm. Now the drug could never be recreated. Once the drug made from the blood was used to lift the curses, everything would be back to normal. Robin had returned to the CIA HQ to write a report, and it seemed like everything had been finally resolved. Aw, that's so pretty. While we were still in France, Ra and I decided to visit some tourist sites before returning to Lost York. I know, like, what are the odds that you would be recognized there? It turned out to be a wonderful date at Les Champs-Élysées. I can't say that. Dang it. Last time I had to pronounce French names was in Code Realize.
いい天気だな。晴れてよかったね。
Yes. We walked hand in hand eating ice cream and window shopping, and he's not even trying to be undercover, so... That hat is so stylish. It would look great on you, Raul. Oh, and that gelato over there looks delicious. I want to try the pistachio and cappuccino flavors.
いいね。他にもいっぱい美味しそうなのがあるよ。何食べよっか。
We were both full of smiles as we talked about food, but the best thing was that our daily lives had finally returned. No one would turn into a normal lobster, and I wouldn't be imprisoned to be used as an ingredient for some wonder drug. Yay! I want sausages. Oh, we're gonna save it again. Hold on. No, Owen, bye! Sausages. Speaking of which, I heard that Lipton is famous for sausages that are stuffed with olives and cheese.
ああ、ソシソンリプネっていうやつだよね。胡椒やガーリックとかスパイスも入ってるって聞いて気になってたんだ。あ、でも売ってるのはリプンか。残念。食べ損なっちゃったね。
Isn't that where you are? Back when we were in Lipton, we had so much to worry about. Oh, I guess not. We looked at each other and immediately knew what he meant. What we meant.
今度食べに行こう。でも次はスパイアクションなしで、心もお腹も満たされるラブストーリーがいいかな。
Yes, yes, of course. That sounds like a plan. I can't wait, Raul.
うん。なんだか新婚旅行みたいだね。
Oh. Our our honeymoon, hearing that word from Raul made my heart sing. I had almost forgotten that even after the incident with the Omar lobsters, we were still being denied our marriage by various parties. It wasn't just in Los York. There were tons of fans of Raul Aconite even in France. It would be terrible if someone took a photo of us holding hands. I tried to let go, but he held on tightly.
ダメだよ。変なこと考えちゃう。
You are not getting away. Raul, but...
いいよ。構わない。むしろ、取られちゃおうよ。
I know, who cares? Raul smiled playfully and pulled me closer.
それにさ、俺、いいこと思いついたんだ。君と結婚する方法。
Just make it public. Really?
うん。だから今日は目いっぱい楽しんじゃおうよ。君はもう気にしないで。
He used the same expression he learned from his romance acting. Maybe that's why it made me so happy I wanted to cry. That was the first time I realized he had been worried about this matter all along. Raul always wanted to walk hand in hand together outdoors boldly. Aw. You sure we shouldn't worry about this?
いいよ。俺はもう気にするのやめたから。君が大好きで、君が世界で一番大事。それだけが変わらない真実だよ。君が連れ去られた時に思ったんだ。後悔するような生き方はしたくないって。だからさ、リネット、もう一度言うよ。俺と結婚して。
I whispered those words and looked into my eyes. He hit his mouth with the hat and pulled me in by the arm. Oh, are you hiding behind the hat? Oh, so cute. I want to see though, dang it. I lost sight of his emerald eyes briefly as we kissed.
ね、返事聞かせてくれる？
So cute. I mean, with your faces that close, you're not hiding anything. You're really not. Our lips brushed softly as he whispered to me, overwhelmed with love. It was like my heart and soul were being caressed. That's why I only managed to nod slightly in between kisses. Yes, of course. Let's get married, Raul. His eyes shimmered with tears for a moment, but the joy replaced it as he kissed me again. We were kissing in public, but the hat was covering us, so I thought it would be fine. It's not covering anything, like covering the other side of you. I didn't care if people saw us or took pictures. It wasn't a destructive desire. I honestly felt we should be bold. And if France was a nation of love, kissing was a daily occurrence everywhere. Lovers kiss because it's a natural thing to do. I received his kiss and smiled. I trusted that an exciting future awaited us. Yay! It's so cute. Embracing the happy ending. Oh, this is so long. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I'm not going to be able to edit it tonight. My goal was to make a video, edit, post it, record a 9-rip, and have it ready to edit tomorrow. But 2.5 hours later, I have a 1 video, and it's not going to even get edited tonight because it's 1 a.m. and there's just no way. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I would be up until like 4:30, 5 o'clock before I even got it posted. And that's just way too late. Like, I was planning on taking an energy drink so I can stay awake and edit this, and it's just not gonna happen. Like, even with the energy drink, I don't want to stay up till 5 a.m. Especially since my husband is off tomorrow. I want to play a video game with him while my kids are at school, so I don't want to stay up till 5. I'm sorry. I didn't post anything yesterday either. To be fair though, I probably would have done this yesterday if I did get on, which means it wouldn't have got posted anyway, but I'm even further behind in releasing now because of this unexpected 2.5 hour video, 2.5 hour finale of Raul. And we only got one CG. Like, what is up with that? I was expecting at least two because it was a 2.5 hour video. I was gonna call the, what is it? By the way, I loved the action in this. The suspense, it all happens in the last episode. That's what it always does. But I can't think of Gil's was action. Ryuki's not really. He just had a issue with a model who he thought was trying to steal Lynette. Who else was in here? Shelby. Shelby had an issue with him, but it wasn't like suspenseful. I mean, it kind of was, but he had a gambling match with Omar, and that was it. Rouse was like spy movie action packed. I wasn't expecting it, but I guess I should have. What was I going to say? I went off on a tangent for a second. Dang it. I don't even remember. I think I was going to say something about my husband was off. Is going to be off tomorrow, because there's a new patch in a video game that just came out, and I wanted it out Monday, but he couldn't take off Monday, so he's taking off tomorrow. We're just going to be playing it all day, and I don't want to stay up till 5 because then I'll sleep till like 11 or 12. Well, 11 because I have to get my daughter at 11:30. And then that's like the morning gone. Like, he's not going to go back to bed. He gets up at 5:30. So he'd be getting up as I go to bed. But he gets up at 5:30 to take my daughters to school, both of them, and I sleep in until 11:30 when my daughter gets out of her half day of class. And this, like, I don't want to sleep the morning away. I want to get up. So unfortunately, I will make a post about this. Sorry, the raw video is 2.5 hours long. I think that's where I was going with this. It was some kind of finale. It's like the further we get into this game, the longer they take. Anyway, I've done enough yapping. I want to end it here so I can. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the night. I say the rest of the night for the next hour because I'm probably not going to go to bed right away. I guess I gotta do 11 Deep Space daily so I can get my diamonds because an event's launching tomorrow. A five banner is launching tomorrow, and it's like the cutest thing that I've ever seen, and I need all of them. I don't know if I want to get all of them, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, enjoyed. Drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.